salespeople, I don't want to be a salesperson. I hate sales. I hate selling. Have you heard that before? Here's a great question. If you're in business and you don't make sales, how long will your business last for? If you go on a hot date with somebody and you don't sell yourself effectively, will you ever have a relationship with that person? If there's a career position or a sporting position or a board member position that you apply for and you don't sell yourself effectively, will you get the position? So is it important that we sell? And could the answer be yes? And if the answer is yes, how do you become a great salesperson? And I've got a personal story for that. I started teaching group exercise when I was 13. I was a full-time exercise professional by the time I was 15. I was managing health clubs by the time I was 18. And I knew that this was my career path for the rest of my life. I wanted to inspire and excite people to exercise. I needed to sell exercise to people that didn't exercise. And I'm sharing that with you because I'm standing in my kitchen right now. And obviously in a kitchen, there's appliances, there's food, there's alcohol, if you drink alcohol. There's stuff in your house that somebody has either sold to you or you have bought. And that's called selling. Is there any difference between selling and inspiring people to exercise than there is selling people a fridge or groceries or a bottle of wine? And I'm very excited to share with you that because I'm an old lady and after multiple decades of experience in business and as an exercise professional, that the process of selling is really exciting and it's got nothing to do with the sales process. And I often hear that I'm going to a sales seminar to learn how to sell and I've got to learn the sales process. And most people hate it. In fact, when I ask people, would you like to be a salesperson? Most people say no. Well, I was the opposite. I was teaching group exercise. I was a gym instructor. There was no personal training back then. And when I had the opportunity, or when I learnt how to sell, when I learnt how to be a salesperson, I didn't want to just teach people how to exercise anymore. Now, if I'm going to sell a gym program to somebody, I have to have sales communication skills. If I'm going to do a great exercise class with a group of people, I have to have great communication sales skills. A lot of people go into a gym, for example, and they start as a membership consultant, a salesperson, and they say, but I don't want to keep being a salesperson. I want to become a personal trainer, for example, or I want to teach group exercise, but my stepping stone into being a personal trainer is to be a salesperson. Well, I was exactly the opposite. I went to the owners of the health club that I was involved with, and this was the first time this happened to me from a sales perspective, and I said, I don't want to just be on the gym floor anymore, and I don't want to just teach classes anymore. I want to be at the front line. When somebody walks into the health club, I want to be the first person that they talk to, because I want to make sure that they come to our health club and they join the health club. Now, technically, that's a sales position. That's a membership consultant is the cool thing that people say, but people call it a sales job. And for me, it was a simple process of, let's find out what this person wants. Can we give it to them? And let's do that. If we can't give it to them, let's find somebody who can. So I'm going to share that again. If somebody comes to you with a challenge, with a problem, with something they need fixed or sorted or made better, or they've got a desire or a want or something that needs changing in their life, and you find out what that is and you can provide them with a solution, isn't it possible that they will want to buy the product or service from you? If you can't provide them with a solution, wouldn't it be nice to find somebody who can? So if I go to buy a fridge and I know exactly what kind of fridge I want and the reasons I want to buy it, but that particular store doesn't have that fridge, wouldn't it be nice if they helped me find somebody that did? Is it possible then that I would go back and do business with that fridge salesperson or that appliance salesperson because they helped me find what I needed? And that's the simple fundamentals basic of sales. I call it passion. Pass I on. So to be good at anything, of course, you've got to be passionate about it. So the product or service that you're selling, if you love it yourself, and there's three things there. Do you use it? Would you recommend it to the people that you love? And is it something that you would have in your life for the rest of your life? So it's not just a passing thing. the people that you love, your family, your partner, your children, would you want to sell them that product if they ever needed it? And I think that's an important part of what some people call the sales process. It doesn't matter what you say to people. If you don't believe in the product, if you're not using it and you wouldn't recommend it to the people that you love, then it doesn't matter what you say or how you say it, it's not going to come across well. And I think that's why salespeople have such a bad reputation. I call this your sparkly bits, and you've probably heard me say that before. When we communicate with people, and this comes directly from the neuroscientists, from the behavioral scientists, there's certain forms of the ways, or certain ways that we communicate in different forms. So there's obviously our facial expressions, there's our voice intonation, there's our body language, but ultimately none of those are as important as what's shining out from the inside. Now I call it your sparkly bits. So I can say the right thing, and I can say it in the right way with great body language and great facial expressions and awesome voice intonation. But if I'm talking crap, somebody's going to pick up on that. And particularly, and this is not a sexist thing, particularly women. It seems that women have like a 50th sense, try to say that fast, on people that are talking one thing, but they believe another thing. So the fundamental of passing your passion on to somebody else is that it is your passion. And if you're passionate about something and you believe that it works and you use it yourself and you would recommend it to people in your life, then even if you get the words wrong, and even if your body language you don't stand in exactly the right spot or put your hands in exactly the right spot, or even if you've got boring voice intonation, most of our communication, or more than 50% of our communication, are our sparkly bits. Now, the behavioral scientists call it your ethos, who you really are on the inside. So if you're telling somebody you should buy this product and you wouldn't use it yourself, you wouldn't recommend it to your family and friends, and you think it's a crap product, doesn't matter how well you say or use the sales script, it's not going to come across well. Now, some people could get conned by you, and isn't that what salespeople have a reputation of? Conning people. So the fundamentals of passing your passion on: do you use the product? Would you recommend it to your family and friends? And is it something that you're going to use for the rest of your life? Now, that's why exercise for me, being healthy, fit and strong, was such an easy thing to sell. And I didn't have to sell it. There's another great thing to consider. If you've got a great product or service, is it possible that you won't have to sell it to anybody? People will want to buy it because they meet you, you pass your passion on. Now they're passionate about it as much as you are, so they want it in their life. They want to buy it, you don't have to sell it to them. So passion, pass I on. 50% of communication is who you are on the inside. So for me, I became an exercise professional because I was healthy, fit and strong. The very first day that I got the ultimate benefit out of exercise, which was I got puffed exercising to music. I got an endorphin rush. I got a dopamine rush. I got a serotonin rush. I felt fantastic. I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I was passionate about it. I wanted to keep getting better at it, and I wanted other people to feel the same, which is that sweet spot for a successful business, which also makes you a successful salesperson. Are you passionate about what you do? Do you want to keep getting better and better at it? And will what you do add massive value to people's lives? And if the answer is yes, then you're going to be good at it. You won't have to sell anything to anybody. I hate the whole sales process. This is what you see here. This is how you handle objections. This is blah, blah, blah. And to me, it's all blah, blah, blah. It's a simple fundamental. I love this product or service. I love being healthy, fit and strong. I would love you to be healthy, fit and strong. And if our gym or our personal training studio or our boot camp or the way that we do things isn't what you want, then I'll find somebody or something that will suit you. So as a membership consultant, as a manager of a health club where my responsibility was selling memberships, obviously the bottom line of any health club, if you don't sell memberships, there isn't a health club. If you don't make sales in any business, there is no business. But for me, that was so easy. What is it that you want? Why did you come here today? What can we do for you today? Why is that important to you? Where do you want it to happen? When do you want it to happen? What's your time frame? Are you excited about it? What's the driving force for you to do this? How will you feel if you do it? How will you feel if you don't do it? Are you on track or off track to doing it? What advice would you give yourself today about joining this health club? And what do you want me to do to make sure that you get the results that you want? That's a very simple process. Now, it's no different than selling a fridge, my fridge. I wish more fridge salespeople would do this. what fridge do you want to buy? Why do you want to buy that fridge? Where exactly do you want to put it? When do you need to have it in your life? How will you feel when you've got your new fridge in your kitchen? How will you feel if you have to still have that ugly old silly little fridge in your kitchen? Are you on track or off track to getting the fridge into your kitchen? What advice would you give yourself today about buying this fridge? And I'm the fridge salesperson. What do you want me to do to make sure that this fridge gets into your house today? And I could do that with every product: jewellery, car tyres, gardening equipment, house building, accounting services. It doesn't matter. The questions are always the same. What exactly do you want? Why do you want it? Where do you want to put it? When do you want to put it into your life? How will you feel when you do get it? How will you feel if you don't get it? Are you on track or off track to getting it? If you are your own high performance coach for this particular product or service, what advice would you give yourself about putting it into your life today, 6 months time, 12 months time, whenever? And what do you want me to do to make sure that you get it in your time frame? So I could sell fridges, I could sell cars, I could sell gardening equipment, I could sell bulldozers, I could sell swimming pools. But I don't want to sell those things because my passion is being healthy, fit and strong. So I don't have a process for that. I just ask people, what exactly is it that you want? Why do you want to do that? Where do you want to do that? When do you want to do it? How will you feel when you are healthy, fit and strong? How will you feel if 6 months down the track, 6 years down the track, things are going to get worse? How will you feel then? Let's get you on track to achieving your goals. What advice would you give yourself about achieving your health and fitness goals, and what do you want me to do to help you? And if a health club environment wasn't what people wanted, or personal training wasn't what people wanted, then I would find them a boot camp, or I'd find them a sporting team, or I would find them a bike riding club, or I'd find them a running club. It doesn't matter. If somebody comes to me with a challenge and I think I can provide them with a solution, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to find them that solution, and that's what sales is. So is it possible that regardless of who you are and where you are in your life right now, a parent has to sell clean up your room to their children, or vegetables to their children, or exercise to their children, or brushing teeth? That's a sales process. If you go on a hot date, you're selling yourself. What a great process to go through if you're going on a date. So what exactly are you looking forward, or what are you looking for in a human being? Why is that important to you? Where would you like to put this person into your life? Is it a part-time thing or a permanent thing? Would you like to marry somebody or have them in your life permanently? When would you like that relationship to come into your life? Are you ready for it now, or do you need to wait a while? Are you on track or off track? Or how will you feel when you get a great partner? How will you feel if you never have a great partner? Are you on track or off track to getting a great partner? If you were your own high performance relationship coach, what advice would you give yourself about a great relationship? And I'm here today on a hot date with you, and I'm really enjoying the experience. What do you want me to do, or what do I need to do to be the person that you want to have in your life? Because I might not be that person, so let's make sure that I am. See, that's selling yourself to your hot date. As I share regularly and sadly, fridge salespeople, car salespeople, builders, accountants, hot dates don't do that. They don't use those questions. They tend to talk too much. They've got a sales process or no process at all, and they don't believe in their own product. That's an interesting thing about a date, isn't it? If you don't like and respect yourself, why would somebody else want to come into your life to love and respect you? So be a salesperson. Pass on. Be passionate about something. Pass your passion on to somebody else, and then you'll never have to sell anything. People want to buy from you. Wouldn't that be awesome? And a great way to live your life to the max. Super duper doo. How are you? Selling my life with passion and enthusiasm to the rest of the people in the world so they can live their life to the max. Woohoo!